Well, hello, my friends. Bruce here. Well, this just came in yesterday, and this next mower you're going to see, and it's a Poulan Pro, but I think it's one of the older Poulan Pros that kind of belongs to the Husqvarna family. It's a nice old mower. It won't start. The Honda choke linkage is suspect, but it might not be that, right? So that's just what the owner told me, that it won't start. And it's got the semi dial. You flick the choke on, and it gradually comes off as it warms up. So let's have a look at it. There it is. So it does look like an old Husqvarna. Self-propel, the variable speed drive system. I quite like those. Good case, rear wheel drive, and a Honda GCV 160 engine. Now, of course, with these Hondas, you don't check the oil with the dipstick screwed in. Oh, it looks like it's going to be okay, but it's black. Look at that. And because the oil is already up to here, when you just pop this in and not screw the threads in, it will be right on the full. I can pretty much tell right now. My dear wife and roommate keeps good records. This machine was last in here in 2018. So that is pretty darn good. What is that? 7 years? No way. Yep. 7 years. It's just been used. Pretty cool, eh? So anyway, we'll stop this now, and we'll come back when it's on the pender lift. All right, we're back. So we're going to work on this little Poulan mower. I'm not quite sure what the next step is. But when I took it off, or when the guy who delivered it took it off the truck, I found these things. Here, we'll just bend you down a little bit. Just a second. I found this on the deck of the mower. Paper clip, paper clip, paper clip, and a sewing needle. So it was either just placed there by time and accident or something, or somebody started to use that to adjust my little guy down here, right? Woo, down there. So I'm not even going to think about that. First of all, I want to know if it's going to fire. Now I'm going to just take the air filter off. I checked the oil before, it's good. And we're going to just see if this thing can fire. Ooh. That's pretty bad because it's very, very heavy. So when you've got a dirty air filter like this, it's like the choke is always on. This is what I call my testing gas, but it's actually just 50-to-1 chainsaw gas. When this choke is on, with the bail closed, this choke is supposed to stay on. But that didn't even keep it running. So I got a hunch that the emulsion tube is plugged. What's the easiest way to handle this? We do have an on-off gas valve on these. They all have them. Most of them. Oh, yeah, most of them do. I'm going to just turn the fuel off. I'm going to drain the gas out of the carburetor. We're back looking at the front of the lawnmower, and I'm going to just, oh, there is no bleed on this one. Dirty dog. This is an older Honda. Quite often they have a second 10mm plug that drains the gas out of the carburetor. I don't know if there's any fiddle fairies on this or not. Pardon me, I'm just going to take this cup off of here, maybe. There we go. Oh, it's pretty clean. Okay, I'm going to just run some gas through there. Nothing. Nothing, honey. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to just shoot a little bit of air into there. Maybe the emulsion tube will free up. Oh, it's coming now. Now, normally in this world, I like to wash my lawnmowers off before I work on them. But in this case, things are just not, I'm not that ready. There, I'm going to just shoot a bit of air up there now. I'm shooting air right up the emulsion tube. Hey, I'm going to put this carburetor bowl back on, and then I'm just going to see if I can start it again. So all I did was take off the carburetor bowl. I didn't touch the float or the emulsion tube or anything. I should tighten that up. Now I'm going to try it again. Okay, now I'm going to take my gas squirter, put a little in here. Good. I'm going to try and start it again. Good. Well, it's almost run. Hi guys. So this carburetor on this little Honda, I think has a clogged main jet and emulsion tube, most likely, because it's surging. And when I put my finger in the intake of the carburetor, it goes away. So I'm closing off some air, so it's a better fuel air mixture. So that tells me that it's not getting enough gas. No, sometimes it's the other way around, right? Anyway, we'll get on that. And I haven't even, you know what, I haven't even checked the fuel in this thing, so I'm going to do that right now. There we go. So except for the possibility of water, the gas doesn't look too bad. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to dump the entire fuel system dry. So I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, I've got the gas drained into 2 containers. It's a little dirtier than I thought it might be. I'm just going to do a very rough filter with a shop cloth. Get the crud bunnies out of there. Almost looks like they have a dog. Now this whole family has golden retrievers, which I absolutely love because I had one too. Quite often you've seen a golden retriever in my videos. That'll be one of those. Okay. But I don't see any water. I'm going to put the filtered gas into here and see how that turns out. This is one of those Mr. Funnels. Or is that? I guess that's it. That's pretty darn good. That's quite good. Do things right, Bruce. Going to get a little bit of brand new premium fuel without ethanol. I'll be back. I'll put a little bit of gasoline into this tank. Four slurps, quite a bit of fuel actually. That's a scientific measurement. Alright, I'm going to start this guy up again. I know I should clean everything up in here and clean the mower before I do this. That's great. It's on the floor now, it's not on the tender lift. Clamp! Well, it's actually running good enough now for me to shoot the other problems on the lawnmower. One is the choke will not stay when first started. It's supposed to stay closed like that, and then when it fires up, it's supposed to slowly fall back. So that's the next thing. But anyway, we're getting there. It runs! Thanks a lot, guys. Hi, guys. It's the next day. And I'm just working on this pretty little Poulan. It's getting better all the time. I kind of cleaned it up now. Still not pressure washed, but that'll come. So I've been working on the choke and the carburetor, thinking something was wrong with the choke activation. And there is. It looks almost identical to my own Honda GC160, about the same age. 13 to 15 years old. Still new. On this one, when I activate the choke, right, when I bring it this way, inside the intake, the choke doesn't close. It's wide open right there. So I think there's a little lever on the top of the carburetor, like it looks like that, and the choke activation pushes it over, closing the choke. So this one's been fiddle ferried, right? So now I'm going to take the carburetor off. And all we have to do on this one, luckily so, is turn off the gas. Right? And it should come apart. 10 millimeter. So I really think this has been taken apart and put back together again. And we're going to see right now. Oh, I guess we'll just pull it out. I don't like doing that. And this should just pull off of here somehow. There we go. Yes, see that right there? There's a lever on the carburetor that closes it. And this isn't happening. So that's all we needed. So that's good. Now we're going to get this carburetor off here and see if we can clean the emulsion tube. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. And this is a Z bend, down, over, and up, and then this throttle spring. So this was on the wrong side of the choke activation lever. And it looks to me like there's some gaskets missing. Okay, I'm going to get some cleaning solvents and we'll get this guy done. Can you see? Yes, you can. I'm going to tilt you up just a skosh. Okay, a bigger flat blade screwdriver with no edges. I'm going to take this emulsion tube out of here. There we go. And the emulsion tube, I might need a little Allen wrench to poke that out. It's nice to have all this stuff in a little box. Huh? Allen wrench, where are you? So I'm taking this out now. That's coming out. Yes! Let's check the jet. It's plugged and it still ran, huh? There, that's all it took. I'm going to just take a scratcher, go right into that. And the emulsion tube. I'm going to just blow some air in there, that might just make the difference. Right here, there's only a couple of them. So now in an emulsion tube, there's emulsion tubes, little tiny holes in the emulsion tube, and we're going to just poke them out, if I can. Good. Yeah, there were some plugs there. Good. It's clean now. Our carburetor. I'm going to leave the float on. This is the float. So as you know, the carburetor fills up with fuel, and then this floats on the gas and closes the gas from flowing in. Kind of like an upside down toilet, but not really. Okay, Phillips. I'm just going to squirt out the idler circuit on this one. It's a full metal screw. I need some carb spray. Be right back. All right, carburetor. Idle circuit. Squirt it in the top first. You can do either. Yes, and it's coming out what I call the tower, but it's an inverted tower when you turn it over. Good. All right. And I just close this up. I think it's good. Emulsion tube, go back in. I think that's right, yeah. That's interesting. Okay, main jet and the emulsion tubes are back in. Floats back on. What else is left, my friends? I think that's it. I cleaned the idle circuit, so we're good. I'm gonna hook it back up again. The only thing I'm thinking about, it's been a while since I did a Honda this old, but I think that there's more than just the two gaskets that go back on here. We've got this one Oh, there we go. That one. Good. And then there should be something between this and here, I would think. Okay. All right. Okay, because I do this a lot, I use one of these extended carburetor bolts without heads, and then you can line up all of the different gaskets. So there's one on the outside here. There's this one on the inside for heat deflection. And then there's the one that connects to the block that goes from round to almost rectangle. It's a rectangle, eh? And whoop, I'm not shaking as much as last year, guys. That's a good thing. And I just run this through all of my little buddies, if I can. Of course, it's always harder when the camera's on. If you haven't done any filming or made a video, I suggest it. It's very, very humbling. And I don't have any staff. I have my roommate. Sometimes she comes out and films. So anyway, I'll be right back. I'm going to put this on the machine. So there's a gasket at the front. Gasket. This is the main heat baffle gasket. This one is the round to rectangle gasket. And if you'll notice on this one, the rectangle is higher above the bolts than lower, just like on the machine. So now I'm going to just hook up the fuel line and slowly ease this baby to get it. Thanks a lot. Oh, I got the big door open. That's okay, we'll bring some light in. There we are. So I've got the two rods. They go into the engine block. And remember, I just have to make sure something's right here. No, I'm wrong. And that's how easy it is to mess up, guys. Look at that. Right there. If you see a gasket is loose right there. Right there. Oops. This is hard to do. And that's why you have to check, man. I gotta do that again. I want to find that gasket. He fell down. Right there. Oh. There. Thank you. So now I'm going to just do this again and you guys will have a better chance to have a look. If you can, if you got a beater lawnmower Honda laying around out there, get some of these studs. And here, the larger part of the rectangle is above the holes, and here, the larger part of the rectangle is above the holes. It just didn't look right when I put it together, right? And I looked, and the gasket was definitely off. Good. All right. And now again, we want this stud on the left-hand side of this choke activation. There. Watch this now. Right here, the choke now closes. Right? See that? And then when I open the bail, it should stay closed until the engine's running. Isn't that beautiful? So last time it was put back together, this lever was on the wrong side. Cool! Close the big door. Let's turn the gas on. And we're going to bolt up the air cleaner. Où est la air cleaner? Yeah. They've made this size of engine for a very long time. Good. Now we need the bolts. I shouldn't have any leftover parts. I'm going to do the inside one first. Can you see that? I think so. There. Recheck that. You saw what had to be done here. All right, I'm just coming back in a bit. All right, guys, it should start. The fuel is on. The carburetor's clean. Found a dirty emulsion tube and a dirty jet. The choke works now. The choke closes with the activation lever. I'm going to bonk myself, so I'm just going to turn this a little bit. Check. Okay, it should start. Nope. Beautiful! Alright, so now all we gotta do is tune it up. I'll check the belt, sharpen the blade, change the oil, put in an air filter on it, clean it up and make it smile. Thanks a lot! Alright guys, this is the Poulan Pro Honda base. I'm just getting ready to power wash this and then I'll take it back into the garage and finish the tune-up. We'll see how well it does after I wash it. See you later. Wow, I never put the air cleaner on and it started on the first pull. So that's where we're going to go, and I'm going to now give this lawnmower a tune-up, and same with that other Quantum over there. It's a Craftsman Quantum. So I'll be right back. I have a few chores to do and then we'll finish this one up. Good. And I just got to put the blade on when I have it right here. Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately about people talking about a sharp blade. Now, this blade looks razor sharp, but after I sharpen them, I just take my angle grinder or the grinder I'm using, and I just buzz off that super sharp edge, because the super sharp edge will fold over even if it hits a weed or a stick in the garden. So what you want is you want a beautiful edge like that, but you want it blunted just a small bit. All right? So thanks for that. I'll be right back. Let's see. Air filter, spark plug, fuel, blade sharpener. Good going, sir.